welcome to our show. I'm Zeleny.
And I'm Wendy.
Before we start, we just want to let you know that the show is not intended for the children. For children under the age of 18 unless you allow it as parents due to content.
Language.
Yeah, nudity. We have the rights to the music that are being played. We do want to say that we're sorry for all the times that the show gets cut early. We just realized that we only have a certain allotted time, so we'll make sure to keep it to an hour. We are going to start the show with a shot. We're taking a shot of
whatever the crap is. Natural light lemonade.
Ooh, it's light for me. Let us know what you're taking a shot of.
Not the greatest.
Not the greatest. It's really sour. Yeah.
You don't like that sour?
Huh?
I said you don't like sour?
No.
Okay, then I was gonna next time I went to the liquor store I was gonna get this lemon. I think it's vodka and it's a little sour, but it goes great in lemonade.
Well, let's try it. We can always try it. Who cares if I don't like it? I mean, let's try it.
All right.
Tonight we are going to be drinking. This is Jamaican Me Happy. It's like a Frosty. It gets you kind of twisted because the content is really high. I wanted to bring summer to us.
I think we should go to Jamaica.
If we want that.
I think just Jamaica.
We can do that.
I was like, just Jamaica.
Let's go over the topics that we have for tonight. We have being a surrogate.
Yes.
What's the second topic?
Topic?
Yeah,
the first time you were told I love you by a significant other or partner or whatever, not by your parents.
Yep. And then the third one is body shaming your children.
Yes.
Those are really important topics. So let's go ahead and get into the first one, being a surrogate. Could you be a surrogate?
Honestly, I'm pretty sure no. Younger, I used to think, like, yeah, I had offered my brother, like, I was like, if you want kids, I'll carry for you. After I had mine, and now that I'm like, fuck, especially not at my age, I ain't being nobody's surrogate.
You know, I often entertained the idea of being a surrogate. I mean, if I wasn't with someone, I probably would be a surrogate. Number one, you can, if you're not someone who's attached to children, number one, I love my children. I do. Do I like children is the question. I do not.
I love children, and I know I would get attached.
See, I don't like children.
We go to like a party, I'm most likely playing with the kid than I am talking. Like, kids love me too.
Do they?
Oh my God, yeah.
I can see children, I'm like, oh, they're so cute. Keep them away from me.
Meanwhile, I'm like, oh, is it okay? I be talking to kids like at the supermarket. I'm pretty sure parents are like, who the fuck is this stranger?
Question. Do you think you could be a surrogate? We want to know. It's just an opinion, yes or no? I mean, I could honestly sit there and say I could probably have a child and be like, oh, here you go. This is your child. Do you want to cash out us for food? We're hungry. You know, once you start drinking, you want to eat. Let us know. We'll send you our cash app. Anyway, right? Yes. I mean, children are great. They're great to like tap on the head. Hi, child. Go.
You Asian?
No.
No, I was just because that's how they like show affection. Is just like.
Really?
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'm a very attaching person, but not toward children. And especially when you have so many people out there that want children, that can't have children. I can totally carry a child for 9 months and give birth to it and give it to its actual parents. And I would probably be the type to be like, no, I don't want a letter. I don't want pictures. I could see it and be like, you can call me Cousin Zell or maybe Auntie Zell if it's somebody that I knew. I mean, I've even entertained the idea for friends way before, I mean, I had, surgery or whatnot. But there are people that, like yourself, can't carry something for 9 months. Feel it moving, feel it kicking.
I'm very empathetic. So, like, there's a lot I can't do because I will take on, like, I will get attached or emotionally invested. So I can't do some of that stuff.
Yeah. I mean, and not only that, but there's the point where then you get paid for it. That's a lot of money.
Do you know, if you've had kids before, you are likelier to be chosen to be a surrogate because they know you've done it and you came out of it well.
Right.
So your chances of coming out of it well is like a better possibility than someone who's never had kids.
Well, and then there's somebody who has not had children. They don't know the feelings that are involved with it. You've never had a child. You've never felt it kick. Halfway through, you're feeling it. You're getting attached to it. To now have to detach yourself from this person that is growing inside of you to give it to somebody else. Somebody who's experienced it already, like myself, is like, oh my God, this thing is bothering me. Let's hurry up and let me now pass it on.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it sounds so... I know I may sound like I don't have feelings, but that's not the case at all. If you... see, someone else. I love my kids, but I don't like kids. And that's absolutely... I love my kids. Those are the kids that I wanted for me. That's where it stops. Now, a lot of people, like in college, want to leave college debt-free. So they'll think of this as an option to pay off college because I was looking at I was Googling, because we all know I'm the Google queen. I was Googling this information. For you to be a surrogate, you can get paid up to, because it's a transaction.
It is. You're signing a contract and everything.
Right. The starting rate can be $70,000 to $80,000. Now you can add on to this contract what you want. So I was entertaining the idea. Well, that's the starting rate. Now I would want probably a mommy makeover. So let's add on about $14,000 to that 80 to start, because I want to pocket 80. But now I want to fix my body back to the way it was. So now I need $14,000 for a mommy makeover. So now we're going to tack that on to this contract. And you can do that. So, and then now there's the medical part to it. Now I want to tack on the medical portion to this contract. So you can keep stacking. And then there are people who is willing to fulfill that contract to have their baby.
That's true. And before we get confused, like, this kid, I mean, granted, you're going to give birth, but it's not going to have any of your DNA, because most likely they will already inseminate you with an inseminated egg. Like, it'll probably be the couple, and it's just putting in you. It's for you to carry.
Right. But if you're pretty like me, I'm just kidding. You don't need an egg, because...
Don't just use yours.
They would use mine.
You could be an egg donor as well.
I'm just kidding, guys.
You could actually donate your eggs. And on top of that, be a surrogate, so you can get paid double.
Right. That's, again, now you're adding on because you're fulfilling two different contracts. I'll give you my eggs, and I'll carry your child for you. And then there is a process, because there's a health screening that you have to go through, and so on and so forth.
Mental screening as well. Like, they'll offer therapy usually and stuff like that, because shit, not everyone is... able to do. I know I can. There's no way I'm carrying a baby in my belly for 9 months and for me to be like, hey, I'm gonna be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna keep it. I'm sorry. even though I don't want another kid, I'd probably be like, well, then shared rights, because like I carried it and I emotionally invested. I went to the doctor's appointments. I heard the heartbeat. Like I did all that nasty testing to make sure the baby was good. Like I'm invested now, and I don't need just financially.
Now, what if it was a friend, family member who asked you to be a surrogate? Because you knew for years they were trying and they could not.
So, my brother is gay, and years ago, at one point, I had told him I would carry the child for him. I was like, I would do it for you if you wanted a kid. Now, where I am in my life, no. I don't care if it is family or friends. I'm not carrying a child. I mean, granted, it'd be better off with my brother because then at least I see the child every so often. Holidays, whatever, etc., family reunion. I just, no, I really can't because I know me and I know how I am with my own kids. And granted, I know those are mine because they live with me at X, Y, and Z. Pero, no, that's not happening. I'm not going to sit there and be like, yeah, do that. I'm going to give you my 2 cents because I carried the child and you're not going to want to hear it. And we won't argue. It's like, fuck no.
See, I think that is so...
I'm going to be honest. Like, no, I can't do it. I know I'm not mentally or emotionally able to do it because I would sit there and give you the child and probably fucking cry myself to sleep every night and like, damn, I carried this baby. I was emotionally attached.
But it's not your baby.
It doesn't matter. It grew inside me. I felt a kick. I heard his heartbeat.
It's not your baby.
It would be like if I adopted a child. It's not my baby by blood, but it'd still be my fucking kid. So fuck out of here.
See,
I could not.
No. See, that's why I think a lot of people opt out of going the surrogate way. Or choose not to do it or ask someone that they know. That's why they go so,
How many adoptions are there, like, where the mom would be like, I'm going to give birth and I'm going to give you the kid, and then at the last minute change their mind because they grew attached? And the same thing
that's
happens
heartbreaking. That is so heartbreaking for the other person.
It is, and it happens during surrogacy as well. And I know there's contracts and everything, but it's not clear cut. Like, there's been cases taken to courts and stuff like that. Like, they said they would sign it over. It's my DNA. Well, she carried it. It came out her vagina. Like, where
now,
it's still...
The one thing that I did not Google was, what if it's not her egg or sperm? She just carried it. It's not her baby.
That's the thing. Depending on what state you're in, and you pushed it out, and like it varies. That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not clear cut as people like to make it seem like.
I would hurt somebody after I waited 9 months, and at birth you decide you're not giving me my baby. That's my baby.
Because I'm like, I know I couldn't do it, so I wouldn't stupidly sign myself up for it because I know I couldn't go through with it. I'm gonna look at you like you couldn't support it, but you ain't getting it.
I would hurt you. I would literally attack. I would attack you in the hospital.
In the hospital. Damn.
But let's see. Send that cat, bro. Yeah. I mean, now, what if, I have a question. What if you sign up for surrogacy and you end up having twins, but you only want one baby? But now you don't want the other baby. They don't want the other baby. What happens then?
You better cover that in the contract.
Right?
You paying all of them because I didn't agree to keep it, or you pay child support. Something's happening.
I guess that would be something that you would, I should have, that's just a question that came up. That came up right now. I should have Googled that way before then. Would that baby then go into adoption?
That would fucking suck.
That would suck. Because now you only want one child. You only signed up for one child, but you signed up for no babies. Does anybody know? Talk to us. We want to know.
Having twins through surrogacy is quite common.
Well, because I'm sure they do
They're
IVF.
Yeah.
They do IVF. But what happens to that second baby if nobody wants it? Does anybody know? Nobody?
It's probably in the contract, like, whatever kids come out, you take. Because that has to be covered.
Yeah.
Because the possibles for multiples increase when you do that stuff. Oh, look at this. Surrogate sues couple who turns down twins.
You see? I knew it. I knew.
That's why I'm saying it's such a gray area. Like, you can go to court and...
But I mean, here's my thing. If you've been trying for so long to have a baby, you can't have a baby, and now you're blessed with two, why wouldn't you want to take two?
Maybe you can't afford to.
Well, if you afforded... Is afforded a word? Anyways,
Sounds like
it is right now. If you could afford, or maybe could afford, 70 to 80,000, and you got a bonus baby, it doesn't mean, oh, if I give you two, because sometimes they can hide behind.
Yeah.
One can hide behind.
And their heartbeat will be in sync, so you won't even know till it's time to give birth.
Right. And now you're blessed with two. It doesn't mean that you have to pay extra, so why not take that extra baby? If you could afford $70,000 to $80,000, and that's just the base pay. If you could afford one, you sure as hell can afford two babies. I'm sorry.
I don't know. Like I said, it's such a gray area. I know where it's more, like, as time progresses and being done more, but there's still so much grace, like, so much shit. Like, states are still banning abortions and stuff like that. Like, you could go to court and go to jail for aborting and shit like that, but I can only imagine the laws around surrogacy. It's like, we're not up to date for that shit yet.
Wow. That is all the time that we have for this topic. Let's go to the next topic.
Oh, the first time? Well, not the... I guess the first time your significant other says, I love you to you.
All right. So,
how did you react the first time they told you, I love you, or I'm in love with you, or however they worded it? I want you to be my whole world, babe.
you mean you?
No, I said you. I asked you the
What?
question.
I am... So you're asking me personally?
Yeah. I mean, if you don't want to answer, you don't have to.
No. Okay, so basically, I am not the type of person that says, I love you. I am more reserved when it comes to that. So, I mean, I don't know why I'm stuttering so much when it comes to this. So, okay. I've been told a couple times, not a couple times. So, I think like quite a few times that I've said, maybe I love you, I wasn't the first one to say it. I had a conversation earlier with my partner because I couldn't remember when I said, I love you. And he told me that apparently I said I love you after I married him. Yes, that's what it was. And the other time that I said apparently that I love you was I was asked, do you love me? And I answered back with, no, do you love me? And then I was told, I asked you, do you love me? So I said, no, do you love me? So he said, yes. And I said, yes, I do. So apparently I have a problem with saying I love you. And I don't think it's a problem. Let's just get that straight. It's not a problem. Here's my thing, and let me just explain. So, I love so deeply, I wear my heart on my sleeve. So if I'm going to say it, I need to make sure that I do love you and that you love me back. Because I love so deeply. Because if you hurt me, it hurts so much. If that makes sense.
No, it makes sense. At least I understand.
Did I confuse you? Because I understood what I understood in my head. Let me know if I confused you so that I can explain it better. She understood me.
I did. Because
she understands me. But if I confused you, let me know. Now, I'll ask you the same question.
Which time?
Which time? So, are you...
Alright, so the first time that someone outside of my family was like, hey, I love you. I'm gonna be honest. Not that I reacted horribly. I was not prepared for it. I did not envision the relationship going that way. So we were watching TV, so I was just like, holy shit, did you see that?
So wait, they told you they loved you, and you told them to look at the TV. Okay.
Yeah. And they dropped it afterwards.
So, I love you. I want to hear it back. I love you. A Beauty 619. You know who you are. Because you know I love you. I don't have a problem saying it. I love you to friends. I don't have a problem saying I love you to my children. It's just... So wait a minute. So
here, let me paint the picture. It's like midnight. We're watching a movie. My legs are across him. I don't know what the fuck he was thinking. We were literally watching TV, and all of a sudden, I looked over, and he stared. I'm like, what? And he's like, I love you. And I was just like... I was like, oh shit, did you see that? And that is how I reacted the first time.
But did you love him?
At the time, I didn't. I didn't think so. I don't know. As time progressed, I mean, here's the thing too. You can learn to love someone as well. And I think a lot of people confuse learning to love someone and being in love with them are two completely different things. So, eventually, I guess at that time, looking back, at that time I said, yeah, I was in love with him. I might have.
But you weren't?
What the fuck do I know? I might have. I can't remember. That was so long ago. We talking about like 16 years ago. Girl, stop. But, what does that say?
Okay, lo que pasa que tú amas la persona, solo tú esperas que te lo digan primero.
So basically, to translate it, it says you love the people, but you're just waiting for them to tell you first. So, do you agree with that sentiment?
Yeah.
Oh. We got an audience member who says, yeah.
There's a possibility to that.
She said there might be some truth. She won't confirm nor deny.
There's some possibility to that. I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to say it and you not say it back. Because, wait, why did this turn into let's interrogate Zal?
They asked. That's it. I mean, they didn't ask. They made a statement. And that's it.
That's not true, though. That's not true. That might be true. I don't want to say it and then you not say it back or you not feel it back. I don't want to feel hurt. I don't want to feel hurt. Because I hurt so deeply.
So you'd rather
not say it at all.
And just not know for certainty. Because if you know for certain, it'll hurt.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because remember, when somebody tells you, I love you, if you don't hear it back right away, it doesn't mean that they don't love you. It's just taking a little bit more time for them to say it to you. They need to get there.
Just because you can't rush it either.
You can't rush it because then it won't work. You gotta let the person get there at their own pace. And in my case, I got there after I married you. You know? In your case, did you learn to love them?
Like I said, this was 16 years ago. Don't ask me shit. I don't know. Like, I've had multiple partners. Not at the same time. Just clarify. Not at the same time. This isn't like a harem of people just like, hey. Like, yeah. We're not doing that. But, that told me, like, hey, I love you. And I don't say it back. Definitely not right away. Or if I do, I'm like, oh, I love you. Like, hey, we're friends.
But damn, you totally told them. Look at that on the TV. You could have said,
thank you?
Thank you.
I feel like that's worse. Like, I acknowledge that you love me and bow down, peasant. Like,
no, you could have easily been like, I love that you love me. And then hopefully I'll get there.
It doesn't make me sound so full of myself either. I love that you love me.
No, but, you know, I'll get there soon enough.
Well, he stuck around.
But damn, like, you were like, oh my God, look at the TV. Like, not even acknowledged his feelings.
He didn't get offended, and we lasted for a couple of years. So clearly,
whatever. That's true. I would have been like,
like, I'm going home. Fuck you, bitch.
I would have been like, my dog's calling me. I gotta go.
So I don't have a problem saying I love you.
You have to wait till you feel it.
Because I usually am like, I don't foresee it, especially like if I feel like it's
What's
too early
up?
or whatever. I was like, what? Like, it's not like, oh, I need you to say I love you to me first. It's just like, hey, right now I'm looking at this as like a good time, or like I'm not looking long term, or I'm not mentally there, or I did not see us leading up to this conversation. Like, I didn't pick, at least my dumb ass didn't pick up any hints. Like, I am fucking oblivious to shit like that. I really am, because I have people tell me all the time.
But I don't agree with that comment. I don't need you to tell me it first, because I won't say it if I don't feel it. I need to feel it to say it. So even if you tell me it first, if I don't feel it, I won't say it. If I feel it, I won't say it.
You're just not gonna say it.
I'm just not gonna
say it first. Yeah,
I'm just not, I gotta feel it. But I still won't say it.
Until you say it.
Because I don't want to get hurt. Because I feel so deeply. I don't know if that's the Pisces in me. Okay. We need Jews. Oh, Pancake Papi has entered the chat. Welcome. Are any of you like me? I need to know. And what sign are you? Is it just me? Is it the water sign in me? Because Pisces feel a lot. They feel everything around them. We feel everybody and we take it in. We're water signs. I don't know. So I need you guys to join in and let me know. And if you feel the exact same way and you're not a water sign, let me know what sign you are. Because I feel like
you can't be the only person.
I can't be the only person that feels this way either. That feels so much around them that they prefer not to say nothing and just keep it bottled up inside. So we could go like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, and not say it to each other, just so that we avoid getting hurt.
That doesn't sound healthy.
It's probably not.
Just saying.
I never said it was healthy. But you want to know what's not healthy? Is getting hurt.
Hurt's part of life.
Nope.
We grow, we learn. Well, teach their own. There's some obstacles that we gotta overcome that lead us to the top of the mountain.
And what if you say it to somebody and that person never says it back to you?
Then that's what at some point, like never as in like a year has passed and they still haven't said it, or like 3 weeks have passed and they haven't said it.
I'm talking about like a whole year.
Well, then at that point we need to have a conversation, figure out where we're going. Where do you see, like, where do you, in your head you see us and where I see us? Because if we're not on the same page, there's no point in me wasting any more time. Like, unless this is only for something like, hey, for funsies, then I don't give a shit. But if it's not for funsies and I'm looking to make this long-term, permanent, forever, and you're just like, you got some of the qualities, but I don't know, then don't waste my time. I'm going to keep it moving.
Pain is a given.
Even when you do say I love you, pain is involved.
Yeah, but if you don't say it, then it doesn't become serious. Therefore, pain is avoidable. Because
that's not necessarily true.
we never said it to each other, so therefore we never took the next step, and it never happened.
Just because you never said it doesn't mean it changes how you feel. You're still gonna feel that same way. So it might be a different type of pain, but that pain is still gonna be there.
It's not a deep pain though. It's not as deep because we never said it. If you don't say it, it didn't happen. I feel really deeply too. But I'm the opposite. It's important to me to let people know I love them. Partners, family, friends. I do agree with that as well. Family and friends.
Oh my God. This is skipping right on over to that partner part.
You still hurt when you love someone and can't express it. Bottled up emotions always leave a scar.
I second that. What happens when you bottle shit up? You fucking explode eventually.
That's true as well.
So what if in the middle of an argument, because you never said I love you, you're arguing and he's not getting it? So what do? You don't tell him like why you're extra pissed? Because you're hurt or whatever on some different levels because you love him, or you just skip over that and just not explain the whole anger part?
I don't know, they have a point.
She's like, now I gotta think about this. So while she thinks about the points you guys have made, how did you guys react the first time someone told you I love you? Or were you the first one to say it so you were expecting it? Or do you expect that when you say I love you to someone for them to say it back? I'm not sure how that works.
Or did you say it and they said nothing back? Okay.
If you're watching this, I'm sorry. It probably was not the best way, and I probably shouldn't have reacted that way back then. But I was stupid and young. That's it. Damn, stop making me feel bad.
Wait, we have 3 comments that came in. Okay. So, es que si uno está con una persona en algún momento, tú quieres que te digan que te aman, porque si eso no sucede, la relación no es verdadero. Si no lo pasar el tiempo. Basically, the person said, you know, hold on. If you're with the person at some point in time, you want that person to tell you that they love you. If that doesn't happen in the relationship, then it wasn't real. Then emotional suppression teaches lessons. Eventually you hurt and boil over. Damn, you agree with me? I love it here. Everybody loves it here. I don't know what to tell you. Everybody loves it here. But I agree. Eventually you hurt and it does boil over.
And it spills into other aspects of your life.
Why are you nudging me with your elbow? I love the delay here. But I mean, that is true. Eventually somebody does want you to tell you that they love you. If you're gonna be with that person for a certain amount of time, they do want you to tell you.
Okay. So you said you usually wait for them to say I love you first, and you have to feel it before you can say it back.
Right. All
right. So after that point has happened, so they said I love you, you feel it, you said I love you back. Now you guys are still together. Do you randomly say I love you to them, or do you have? Not that you have to.
I would tell them all the time.
Okay.
At that point, I tell them all the time that I love them.
Oh, okay.
It's probably just getting over that hump.
That first hump.
No, because then at that point, I show them all the time that I love them. Through words, through actions, through... I mean, and I'm not going to say gifts because I don't want to say with material things. It could be like...
You learn to speak their love language.
Yes. It'll be through anything at all. It would be through little actions, through little memes, through little text messages. It's... I want to say it's more... I don't know. It's more the hurt that comes with saying I love you and making it real. Taking it probably to the next step. Once you say I love you, it takes it to the next step.
Yes,
which leads to hurt.
So someone said, so you have a fear of vulnerability, huh?
That might be it.
That definitely is. Don't let that mic fool you.
That might be it.
All right. She said that you didn't answer. How did you react to the first time someone said I love you too?
Right. You keep throwing things at me. I'm in the hot seat. Right now because I'm being honest and I'm being open. But how about you? What happened when someone said they loved you for the first time? Did you feel that you loved them back? Did you say it back? Or were you not ready at that point?
Or were you the one to say I love you first? I feel like in most relationships, I don't know if it's like TV that has us programmed thinking this, it's usually the guys to say it first. Which is weird, because movies play it out that the guys say it first, but women are a lot more emotional, so you think we'd be the ones to say it first. I don't know why like that.
Trust me, I'm a psychologist.
That's you deflected and not answering shit.
I did say it back because I felt it. I've been on all sides of this equation.
Okay.
I mean, like I said, I did say it. In the current relationship I'm in right now, I did say it after I got married. I did.
No, there's nothing wrong
I
with
felt
that.
it and I said it.
I mean, you wouldn't want to lie and not say it and to say it and not feel it either. I feel like that's the worst.
My previous, I was asked because I did feel it. And let me just say, I did feel it and they did feel it. They felt it from me. Although the words didn't come out of my mouth, they felt it. If that answers the question.
Yeah, my actions usually speak louder than my words. So I've definitely had past people like, yeah, I knew. And I'm like, well, go suck a dick then. Fuck you. So, I'm not exactly really affectionate. Except for babies.
No, see, I wouldn't say that I'm not affectionate. I'm overly affectionate.
I'm not. Yeah. I'm really not. I had a few women say it first.
I'm overly affectionate. Maybe I'm too. Maybe I should pull the reel back on that.
I probably could work on being a little bit more affectionate. I just don't like people.
Well, I said it to someone that didn't say it back. It's cool. I know that girl loved me, damn it.
Did you, you sound like you felt some type of way. I mean, you say you knew it, but you still wanted to hear it. I mean, I imagine, it doesn't matter how you feel, everyone wants to hear it as confirmation, but... am I wrong?
Maybe that's what I'm scared of.
We're not laughing at your pain, I swear.
We're not. Maybe that's what I'm scared of. Maybe if I said it and they didn't say it back, maybe that's what I was scared of. No, because I felt it back.
You're horrible.
They lost me. Okay, wait, reel it back. Maybe that's what I'm scared of. No, I already said what I'm scared of. I'm scared of getting hurt. Because when I hurt, like I said, I wear my heart on my sleeve.
You don't like making yourself vulnerable.
I don't.
It makes you easily hurt.
Because I hurt. That's the problem. If you hurt me, it's hard for me to come back from it.
But that's the thing.
That's
Everyone
what it is.
hurts eventually.
I know, but if I can avoid it, I try. I try not to. Anyways, that's it for that subject. We're going to move on to the next one. Body shaming children.
It sounds so weird because I know that's like the topic, body shaming children. But if you think about how often it is done, like in the little things, like especially in the
No, we're coming back.
Especially in like I know the Spanish culture, gordito, flaquito.
To be honest, I said it with no expectations of her saying it back, though. I didn't resent her.
That's how it should be.
That's
there
how
should
it
be
should
no
be.
expectation.
Right. When
then,
you say it, you felt it, not expecting her to say it back.
Because when you say it's about how you feel, not about how you expect them to feel. It's about what you feel in that moment, not what you think they should feel. But I heard like, did you get body shamed as a child?
No, I got body shamed as an adult from my parents. I mean, yes, I did. And I don't think they did it with the intention of body shaming. And I'll say this. I corrected myself as a parent. I body shamed my children.
I body shamed mine as well.
Not wanting to.
And not like negatively.
No.
Like, either.
Like, I tell my younger son all the time, I'm like, especially when COVID hit, I told him all the time, you better stop eating snacks, you're going to get fat. And I had to correct myself to say, you're going to be unhealthy. And I keep telling him, now, you're going to be unhealthy, you're going to be unhealthy. Now I keep saying it. And not even knowing that I am body shaming him when I say, you're going to get fat. And I get it, guys, because I constantly tell, like, oh, we have to stop being pansies with everything we say. Because, like our parents used to say before, te vas a poner gordita, estás gordita, or you're getting fat. You're getting fat. But children perceive things so different. And with everything going on, one little thing or one little word can trigger something in them that can make them
self-conscious the rest of their life.
Right, or go into an eating disorder so quickly. And we don't want to do that to our children at all.
I call my son the Grim Reaper. So, before y'all all jump down my throat and shit, my relationship with my kids are an odd one. Like, we poke fun at each other all the time. Like, that is our love language. Like, we talk hella shit, but at the end of the day, we have each other's back for the most part. I say the most part because I'm pretty sure my kids might throw each other under the bus every now and then. But that's another story. But, I know growing up, me and my sister were, like, for the most part, thick as thieves. And our parents used to tell my sister, like my grandmother too, like, oh, you're fat. She wasn't fat. She was thick. She was curvy, but she wasn't fat. And that is something she's carried over with her into her adult life. Whether she admits that or not, that's on her. But, like, I've definitely seen it, how it's affect her. Like, she's done calorie counting. She's done G-Fit. Like, she's done, like, I understand being healthy, but, like, she still worries about her body image to this day. Whereas growing up, my parents really didn't say much to me, except for my grandmother. She was like, I looked like I was dying because I was so fucking skinny. Like, I couldn't gain weight for shit. And I had male friends at the time that'd be like, damn, if you was a little thicker. Meanwhile, I was stuffing a whole fucking pie of pizza in one sitting, like, ain't shit, and still not gaining a pound.
I wish I could do that.
Girl, you know how much I ate? Like, I literally would sit there, eat a whole pie by my goddamn self, wait an hour, go to McDonald's, and go eat again. I just could not gain weight for the life of me.
And see, that's bad because you were overindulging. You were overeating.
I probably still do. I fucking love food. I got an unhealthy relationship with food. Someone help me. Feed me, actually.
Wait, where's that person that said they were going to send us money?
They lied.
Cash out for food.
Yes. Clearly, the weight of my heart is through my stomach. It's just via food.
No, thank you. Because I've always been a gordita. So I don't want no food.
Who ate a ton of pancakes? Stop lying.
She ate a ton of pancakes, right? No, she likes French toast.
Thank you. But, yeah, I don't eat as much as I used to, but I still indulge like a motherfucker. Like, I'd be like, I know I should lose weight, but...
I went to New Orleans with her. Lies. No, I'm just kidding.
I, like, live for food. Like, I'm an emotional eater, too, so that probably doesn't help. I'm like, oh, shit, you got promoted, let's go eat. I'm sad, let's go eat. I'm angry. Actually, when I'm angry, that's the one time I don't eat. But for everything else, I want to eat. Like,
she's like, you're not feeling okay, let's go eat.
I'm like, do you need soup? Do you need sandwiches? Chips? Fries. What, you heartbroken? Fried food it is. Let's go.
But parents do that a lot with children. You tell them they're getting, if they want multiple snacks, they're getting too fat. There's other words that you can use. Unhealthy. You can use fit. If they're in sports, you want to say things that encourage them instead of bring them down.
I have that problem with Bella. She's in sports right now, and she doesn't gain a bit because she burns it all off.
Right.
Like, at this point, we need to get her to drink her goddamn calories because we can't keep it on her.
Right. Me with fitness, like my whole life, like not even now with my children, I keep telling them don't eat so much or eat more healthy. My kids will not eat vegetables or fruits.
Mix it in. I know it sounds atrocious, and Bella will tell you some horrible stories, but not all of them were hit and like misses. That's what I'm saying. Some of them were hits. I'd mix their veggies into like their milkshakes and their pancakes. Like, I fucking snuck it in to get them to fucking eat it sometimes.
Well, I would have to crush like their beans. I don't even like beans. I won't eat beans, but I had to stop being a hypocrite.
I love fucking beans.
No,
what?
I don't mind the beans if you mash them. But anyways, it's the skin of the bean that I don't like. We're not going to talk about that. But
she's like, that's my
back on topic. I would have to mash it and kind of like mix it into their rice or whatever to get them to do that. But now as an adult, I have to increase my calorie intake when I used to decrease it. So
drink your calories.
That's what I'm doing. But with children, you have to take things a little bit more easy because what you put in their mind now will continue with them as adults. And once they get into that adult phase, it's hard to pull that out. Because, for instance, I'll talk about me, I won't talk about nobody else. Once you embed it in me not to eat because I don't want to become fat. Now,
doing the opposite of it.
I am at my goal weight, but because I'm exercising so much and cutting my muscles and all of that, I need to increase. I can't find a way to increase because it's mental now. And when you do that to children, you put that in their minds,
Yeah.
it's hard to pull them out of that. So you don't want to mess them up mentally. That's the one thing you don't want to do, is mess them up mentally. And if you start at a young age, that's what you're going to do. So the words you choose to spit out your mouth, you need to remember it goes into their brain. And it now becomes embedded if that's what you're constantly saying. Yeah. Mexican beans mashed in a blender. That's what I do. In order for me to eat beans, you have to put them in a blender for me. That's the only way. And it's sad because I'm a 38. Yeah, a 38-year-old woman who has to put beans in a blender and mash them so that I'm able to eat this protein. Is that what you want to do to your children for them to take in what they need to take in? And I'm just using myself as an example. I can go down the line and say people that I know that have eating disorders because of what their parents told them when they were little.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not just kids. I mean, we do it to adults too, but adults are different because you kind of have more of the mental capacity to deal with it. Like, you may, not all adults do, because like we do let some things, you know, hurt us and hit us more personally than others. But with kids, it's harder when your parent that's supposed to love you for who you are, regardless of anything, is telling you these things, these negative things, and leaves you feeling some type of way about yourself. And it's not just about what you say to them, it's also the body image that you project on yourself, because then if you have little, especially girls, they're watching how you beat your own body up, and they think that's normal, and they grow up like having to look for flaws because that's what they saw you doing and that's what they learned.
Yeah. And not only girls, boys too.
Yeah.
I have 2 boys. And my youngest one, he always likes, to walk around in his underwear. And he'll grab his fat. He'll be like, is this fat? Can I play baseball if I have this fat? Oh. And then he'll be like, I should just drink water today. And I'll be like, no. And remember how I said earlier in this part of the segment, I used to say, if you keep eating snacks, because remember with COVID being home all the time, it was always every 5 minutes. I want a snack.
It was boredom.
I want a snack. I want a snack. And I used to be like, you're going to get fat. And then I had to change my way of speaking to him. You're going to be unhealthy. You're going to get unhealthy. He still ate the same damn thing he wanted to eat anyways. He never ate nothing healthy. But what I said to him, I still needed to change what I needed to change, which was my way of speaking. So instead, I used to say, instead of drinking juice, like, oh, you had juice already, now try some water. It's more healthy. Instead of another juice, you're going to get fat. It's still how you speak to your children. It's what's going to determine what they do in the future. It is what it is. I'm sorry. Don't speak to them. I'm not telling you what to do with your children anyway. You're going to do whatever you're going to do anyways. But still, don't speak to them however you wouldn't want somebody else speaking to them. Would you want somebody calling your child fat?
Yeah.
If your children came to my house and I said, Bella, if you keep eating those cupcakes, you're going to get fat.
Well, Bella's smart ass smile. She's going to be like, well, I run, so I really don't...
Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah, I get
you know
it.
what I mean. Would you want me calling your child fat?
Well, and if she had like 20, I'd be like, nah, she was right. You need to stop.
You're going
to
be fat.
You're fat.
No, you see, you can't. You can't.
I would, but I get what you're saying. Like, it's different. Like, if a random stranger came up to your kid and was like, oh, you're fat, or you're a little piggy, I'm going to punch you in your goddamn throat.
I'd be like, your mom is fat.
Oh, that's probably the better route to go. Because I'm going to punch your goddamn throat.
I'd be like, who, your mom? Your mom's here? You know what I'm saying? So, at the end of the day, what you speak to your children is how they are going to grow up. The mentality. Not all the time, because, at the end of the day, they're still going to have a self-conscious, if that's what they're going to have. But you still want to, you
Yeah.
know, spit out. I mean, there's all these memes that have the lady that's spitting out, you know, words and words and words and words, and the child's covering their ears. What words do you want to be spitting out to your children?
And someone just said choosing words wisely matters. Speak life into everyone.
Right, right. But
I don't know about everyone.
no,
I do agree choosing words wisely. They do matter. But about everyone, I don't know. Some people, you know, gotta be knocked down a peg or two. So if you guys say some fucked up shit, then say it. But no, I do agree. Like, rethinking your words sometimes can help. But here also comes into play, like, if you say something constantly, like, if you constantly are saying, like, unhealthy, 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 they're going to start correlating unhealthy with something else because they're going to know that's not the intent. Like, depending on their age, too.
yeah.
Because they're able to decipher and figure shit out in meetings and stuff like that. But
yeah, choosing words does matter.
words do matter, but at the end of the, like, it sounds so fucked up. Words do matter, and I'm not saying to body shame your child, but as a parent, they can't go food shopping. We go food shopping. So they're only going to eat whatever we supply.
Right.
So if we're supplying them all this junk food, of course that's all they're going to eat. Or if we're only supplying them processed food, that's what they're going to eat. But then at the end of the day, we can't turn around and be like, oh, you're fat. Because that's what we fucking supplied them with.
Yeah.
Like, we put them on this path.
If they only have Oreos, that's all they're gonna eat. If you don't buy fruits and vegetables, well, I mean, if there's only Oreos, that's all there is. If you only have Doritos, that's all there is.
They're going to eat because they're hungry. They're not just going to be like, oh, well, let me not eat at all.
Right. Thank you. You like my hoodie? I like it too.
Like a what, a mauve color?
Yeah. It goes with me, right?
And for those wondering, like, what is going on, someone said random, but Zeleny, that hoodie color is fire. Oreos sound mad good right now.
With some milk, right? The
Air
double
fried Oreos. I'll take some of that.
Yeah, someone complimented my hoodie. Thank you. All right, guys, have a good night. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next Friday. And don't forget to submit those topics.